Ham fam, I have been obsessed lately with sheet pan. That was a little creepy too, wasn't it? A little creepy.
It's the, like,
it's the eyes.
it's like the
Creepy. I am Chef Tim, and this week on the island we are making a honey baked ham springtime sheet pan dinner. Ham fam, I have been obsessed lately with sheet pan dinners. So easy, so convenient. Do a little prep, lay it all out in a couple sheet pans, bake it for about 20 minutes, dinner is served. I've got a great recipe for you this week. It's a honey baked ham springtime sheet pan dinner. Let me show you how to make it.
For this recipe, you will need honey baked ham, fresh thyme and apple butter, brie and pears, asparagus, red pepper flakes, a garlic clove and lemon, red potatoes, onion, whole milk, olive oil, garlic, rosemary, nutmeg, and Parmesan cheese, salt, pepper, and chicken stock, and finally some King's Hawaiian rolls.
Okay guys, let's start by preheating our oven. So 425 degrees, let's get that going. That is set. While we're waiting for that to preheat, let's build our tray. So this is a sheet tray dinner. So I've got 2 sheet trays here. I've wrapped them in tin foil, pretty basic stuff. The one thing to note is I've made these little tin foil baskets because we're gonna be putting 2 courses on each one of these, so 4 courses total. Let's start with our ham. This is gonna be the main dish, obviously. So we've got our honey baked ham, we've got our brie cheese, we've got our thinly sliced pear, and then we've got a little bit of apple butter, and we've got some fresh thyme. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our apple butter, we're gonna mix it with our fresh thyme, get that nice and sorted. Any jam will do, marmalade is very nice for this dish. Once you get those mixed together, we're gonna start layering our ham. So we're gonna pick one side of this, and we're gonna layer our ham, shingle it down the tray, and we're gonna shingle that with the brie and the thinly sliced apple. Once you get that all sorted out and looking nice, you're gonna take your apple butter mixed with thyme, and you're gonna brush a very thin layer right on top of that ham, brie, and pear mixture. Once we get that going, we're gonna move on to our asparagus dish. Ham is done. Look at how gorgeous that is. Unbelievable. Next step, we're gonna do our asparagus. You can't get much more simple than this recipe. We've got 1 pound of asparagus spears. We're gonna throw those into this bowl after we trim them. Then we are going to take our 1 garlic clove, mince that, throw that in the bowl as well. We're gonna take our pinch of red pepper flakes, throw that in there as well. 1 lemon. You've got your zester. We're gonna zest the lemon right on top of that asparagus. Then we're gonna drizzle that with the extra virgin olive oil, mix everything together, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then put that right next to the ham on your sheet tray. Once we're done with that, we're gonna move on to our potato dish. Last step. So we've got our ham ready, we've got our asparagus ready. Moving on to our scalloped red skin potatoes. This is the only real cooking you guys are gonna be doing in this recipe other than sliding things into the oven. So we've got a large pan here. We are going to take a little bit of olive oil, dump it in there. We're gonna warm that up over medium heat. Then we're gonna put our half of an onion in there, sliced. We're gonna sweat that onion until it's nice and soft. We're gonna dump our garlic in there and bloom our garlic for about 30 seconds or until it's nice and fragrant. Then we're gonna dump everything else in there. So add your potatoes, add your heavy cream, add your chicken stock, add about half of your cheese into that sauce. We're gonna make a little bit of a cheese sauce. Then your spices, you've got your minced rosemary and you've got a little bit of nutmeg, and then about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of pepper. We're gonna mix all those things together in the pan. We're gonna bring it to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, and then we're gonna cook those potatoes for about 5 minutes. We just want them to soften up slightly. Once that's done, we're gonna transition everything in this pan over to our sheet tray, shingle it up really nicely on there, and then we'll be ready to slide these in the oven. Moving on to our last step. The oven is preheated. It is hot. I know this for a fact. Everything is going to go into the oven at the same time. You've got your ham, you've got your asparagus, and you've got your potatoes au gratin. Slide those all into the oven. Set the timer for 14 minutes. The ham and the asparagus are going to go in for about 14 to 16 minutes. Once those are done, we're going to pull those out. We're going to leave the potatoes in, and then we're going to add one more thing. I picked up these King's Hawaiian rolls from the store. We are going to wrap these in tin foil, and we're going to add those to the potato tray. Cook those together for about another 6 to 8 minutes, till right around 22 minutes. Then we'll pull the potatoes out. Everything will be done, and we'll be ready to eat. Guys, so that is it. How easy was that? 1 course, 2 course, 3 course, 4 course, about an hour. Dinner is served. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll see you next time.